Our Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight this week shines on a relative newcomer that I'm very pleased and privileged to introduce to you. His name is Nicholas Wells, and he's a 22-year-old singer-songwriter and multi-talented musician. This Katona resident not only does all of that, but he puts together the arrangements for his songs, and he's been working on his CD in earnest for the past 2 years. The CD is called Something to Believe In. It's now available, and it's full of wonderful new songs. So let's get to know Nicholas Wells a little bit better. This must be such an exciting time for you, being able to see the culmination of all that hard work and the new CD's release.
Well, in the last couple weeks, I've been doing a lot of self-promotion, trying to really play as many places as I can. I've actually got quite a few followers on my website. Every Monday, I've actually been doing an online video concert. It's been really incredible to get all of this positive feedback.
NicholasWellsMusic.com is where they can go on Monday nights to watch you perform live, then.
Yeah, you can go there and click on live stream, and I go on every Monday at 8. I do that, and also on my website you'll see links to my CD and listen to my music. I'm just really excited that all of this has finally come together. This has been a huge project for the last 2 years that I've been working on.
Well, of course, now part 2 of the hard work begins with the promotion, as you know, the playing the music in front of an audience and making the rounds, etc.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying this phase as well? Some artists like the creative side more than the legwork.
Well, really the first half of the process, the making the album, I would say for maybe the first half of that process, I was really exploring a lot of creativity with production, and towards the end of the project, I was so excited to just show it to people, but I didn't want to show it to anybody until it was done.
Sure.
And so really the end of the project was really just waiting for that next phase, and here I am at the next phase. It's been very exciting showing these songs to everybody, and it's also been a little bit stressful in terms of now that it's out, it's got to do something.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your music. First of all, how long have you been a musician, and how long have you been writing your own songs?
I took piano from when I was about 4 years old or so, and I think I was about 9 actually, where my piano teacher would tell me I would have to stop fooling around on my practice time, writing my own stuff and practice the stuff that she's giving me. I actually have little home recordings of these songs that I wrote back when I was about 9 or 10, and all the way through till now, really. In my iTunes library, if I type in my name, I have like hundreds of home recordings that I have, and it's actually really cool to look back and see all the songs I've written and also how I sound at different points in my life. One of the things of promoting myself is I've been doing just some YouTube videos. I'll take any of my songs and just cover songs. I've actually been getting a lot of hits. Anybody can check me out on YouTube too if they type in Nicholas Wells. Actually, it was in April that I decided I got some people together, and it was like a shot in the dark, and we borrowed this awesome camera and actually shot a music video for Meant to Be, one of the songs on my album.
Now, Nicholas, do you mostly play piano? You play several instruments, don't you?
My main instrument is piano, but I always used to want more instruments. I love the sound of an acoustic guitar. In summer, I picked up an acoustic guitar and just started looking up chords and figuring out the guitar from what I knew on piano, and I'd say at this point I'm good enough on guitar that I can record my songs.
Which do you use to write with, though? The piano mostly?
Originally, I wrote a lot more for piano. More recently, I've been writing a little more for guitar. What you really hear on the album is whatever instrument is featured most in that song is probably what I wrote the song on.
Now, in your songwriting process, do you have a standard way of writing, melody first or words first? Do they come together, or does it really depend on how the song starts to take off?
I've never set rules for myself, but it always seems to come in the exact same way. Melody first, usually. I'll be feeling something incredible, some sort of emotion that I just can't put into words, and it'll build up inside of me for days. And I'll just get the feeling one day that I gotta go to the piano, or I'll go to the guitar, and I'll sit down, and just all of a sudden there's a melody coming out, and I have no idea where it's coming from, and it's just there, and I kind of, get the whole thing out, and then go back and realize, what am I feeling? What words do I want to put to this melody? In that way, I guess the melody really and the music actually kind of tells more of the emotion than the words, because that's what comes first for me.
We're speaking with Nicholas Wells. He's our featured artist in the Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight this week. What is your ultimate goal as a musician?
I think my goals have been changing, really, because as a kid, I've always had a dream to be able to put out a professional record of my own music, and I've done that. You know, I'm actually. It's incredible to think that there was a dream that came true, and now I have this here. And I guess some new goals of mine, I think, are. Well, I guess I'd really like to be able to do this for the rest of my life. I'm shooting for the stars. You know, maybe eventually I'll hope to. I guess I'm taking it one step at a time, really. You know.
Who are your musical influences, Nicholas?
I grew up listening to a lot of Billy Joel and Elton John, actually. I think that's where some of my piano styling comes from. Really, though, I listen to a lot of movie scores. I still really love movie themes, really stuff by composers like John Williams or Alan Menken with the Disney stuff, and Alan Silvestri. Some really beautiful scores that I think really affect my writing, and I think you can actually hear, I think, some of my inspiration from that.
Nicholas, are you performing out anywhere in the Hudson Valley in the near future so that our listeners can see you play live, say in a club?
What I've been doing is actually just hitting up as many open mics as I can. So I've actually been going. There's a place in Pauling, the Town Crier. I've been going to the open mic up there every Wednesday or so, and
I know it well.
That's been a lot of fun, and everybody up there is really supportive.
Let's remind everyone about Monday nights as well.
Yeah, every Monday night. I just figured this out recently how to do it, but I do an acoustic set online on video streaming, and if everybody goes to nicholaswellsmusic.com and clicks on live stream at 8 o'clock on Mondays, I'd play a bunch of my songs and cover songs and take requests.
Nicholas Wells' new CD is called Something to Believe In, and you can count on me as an early believer, Nicholas. The song that I've lined up is called Meant to Be. Would you set this up?
It's sort of a sad story at the beginning of it. One night I was really kind of down about some things about believing really in my music, and this was before I actually started working on the album, and just wondering if anything was really going to happen with some of my dreams. And the song begins with the lyrics, when you're searching for some answers in the middle of the night. That's really what I was doing at that point, wondering what's going to happen with my life. And the chorus is really, well, you can trust at least that everything will go along as planned, and that's me at least, reassuring myself that whatever happens is going to happen, and, well, that's really what the song is about.
And it looks like it really was meant to be, doesn't it?
Oh, well, thanks, yeah.
Check out Nicholas's website, www.nicholaswellsmusic.com, to learn more about this talented young man from Katona. Here's Nicholas Wells with Meant to Be on 100.7 WHUD.
When you're searching for some answers in the middle of the night, when you wish that maybe one star would make everything right, when you're calling out for reason, when you're finding none will do, when it's hard to keep believing that all your dreams will come true, you can trust at least that everything will go along as planned. But you may not have control of it inside your little hand, and if all the world came crashing down upon your beating heart, you'll know that it was meant to be from the start. When you're lost without direction, so many of us are, your heart's got no protection, it makes it easier to scar. Sometimes scars can shape the future. Inside you time can stand still, and your life if time was meant to hurry, to leave our best years in the dust. If the world moves on while we're you're only living